How to write material and methods. Welcome back. You're just in time for something awesome today. We learn about how to write material and methods. And before dive in, if you need good help into more understanding about it, a genius writer, a brainy tutor, or a data analyst, Intudo4U has them all. It's like having a research dream team on demand. So visit it right now. And if you are new here, then subscribe now for more amazing video just like that.
Okay, picture this. You've spent months, maybe even years, in the lab. You've poured everything into this project. You've got the data, the results are in, and that's a huge deal. But then, that sinking feeling hits. That one big question every single researcher faces. So, now what do I do? So, to help you get this right, here's the roadmap for today. We're going to start with why your science needs a story in the first place. Then, we'll look at the universal blueprint that almost every paper follows. After that, we'll break down how to set the stage, how to present your evidence, how to make your case, and finally, how to put that professional polish on it.
All right, first up, science needs a story. Now, you might be thinking that the super rigid format of a scientific paper is designed to crush your creativity. But what if I told you it's actually your best friend in this whole process?
Here's why it's so brilliant. This standard structure does two things at once. For you, the writer, it's a logical path to follow so you don't get lost. For your readers, it's like a GPS for your research. They can just skim the title or read the abstract for the highlights, or if they're really interested, they can dive deep into the results. It just works.
Okay, so that brings us to the blueprint itself. It's called the IMRAD structure. That's IMRAD, which stands for Introduction, Methods, Results, and Discussion. Seriously, almost every paper you'll ever read follows this. And the best way to think about it, it's not a boring form to fill out. It's a detective's case file. You're laying out the mystery, the investigation, the clues, and then the big reveal.
And you can see just how logical it is. You start with the abstract, which is like the movie trailer for your paper. Then the introduction sets the whole scene. Materials and methods is where you explain exactly what you did. Results is where you just present the facts. The discussion is where you get to explain what it all means. And finally, literature cited is where you tip your hat to the scientists who came before you.
If you find any stressed about its understanding, just explore Intudo4U for personalized guidance and support on your journey. Our expert guides are here to help you every step of the way. Just visit and start your path to success.
I love this slide because it just makes so much sense. Each section of the paper is there to answer a very specific, very natural question a reader would have. What's the problem here? Boom, read the introduction. Okay, so what did you actually find out? Jump straight to the results. It's like a built-in FAQ for your research. It's beautiful.
All right, let's start breaking this down. We're going to begin with the first two big pieces, your introduction and your methods. This is all about setting the stage. You're basically telling us about the mystery you're trying to solve and how you went about your investigation.
Your introduction, this is your hook. You have to answer two huge questions right out of the gate. What was I studying? And maybe more importantly, why should anyone care? And the best way to do that is with this inverted triangle idea. You start really broad, talking about the bigger picture. Then you narrow it down to the specific gap in our knowledge, and you end on the razor-sharp point of your specific hypothesis.
Okay, so you've got your reader hooked on the problem. Now you have to show them your work. Think of the materials and methods section as your lab notebook, but for the public. The absolute golden rule here is replicability. Someone in a different lab on a different continent should be able to read this section and repeat your experiment exactly. This isn't just about being thorough, it's the very foundation of good science. And now we get to the real meat of your paper, the results. This is where you lay out your evidence for everyone to see. And the key word here is objectivity. You're a reporter right now, not a commentator. You are just presenting the facts, the data, the clues you found, without any spin.
Now, a huge part of a good results section is choosing the right way to show your data. So, table or figure. This trips a lot of people up, but it's pretty simple. Use a table when you need to show a list of exact numbers. But if you want to show a trend or a pattern or a relationship, if you want to tell a visual story, a figure is always the way to go.
And let's take a look at what makes a really strong figure. You've got to have clearly labeled axes, and don't forget the units. You need a key or a legend, so we know what all the different colors or symbols mean. And this is the part everyone forgets. You need a super detailed caption that explains exactly what we're looking at.
All right, the clues have been presented. The evidence is on the table. Now it's time to make your case. The discussion section is the grand finale. This is where you, the scientist, get to step back into the spotlight, connect all the dots, and tell us what it all means.
Now here's a pro tip for writing a great discussion. Please do not just restate your results. That's a huge rookie mistake. Instead, you need to build a bridge from your finding to your interpretation.
Okay, we are in the home stretch. We've built the house, we've put the roof on, now it's time for that final coat of paint.
These little stylistic details are what separate a decent paper from a truly professional one. This is all about building your credibility.
If you only remember one thing from this section, make it this. Use the active voice. It is so much clearer and more direct. Instead of saying, oxygen was consumed by the mouse, which is kind of clunky, just say, the mouse consumed oxygen. Hear the difference? It's stronger, it's shorter, it's just better.
And here's a quick lightning round of things to avoid. First, data is a plural word. It's always, these data show. Second, get rid of fuzzy words. Don't tell me it was a large amount. Tell me exactly how much it was. Third, never ever start a sentence with a numeral. And keep it professional. No contractions like don't. And really, it all boils down to this. Be clear, be precise, and use as few words as you possibly can.
So, there you have it. That's the blueprint. From figuring out your story all the way to polishing that very last sentence. Just remember, this structure isn't here to hold you back. It's a powerful tool that's designed to help you share what you found with the rest of the world.
Thanks for watching.